What if I told you that one of the most controversial political symbols in India today, the bulldozer, was described with a chilling accuracy over 40 years ago, not by a political analyst but by a novelist in a work of fiction? How did Salman Rushdie in his 1981 novel Midnight's Children manage to capture the essence of what is now called Bulldozer Justice? Is it just a coincidence, or does literature have the power to show us the deep, unchanging patterns of power and oppression? To understand this, we need to go back in time to a period of emergency and inside the pages of a magical, monumental book. Salman Rushdie's Midnight Children is a sprawling story about India's journey from independence to the emergency. And during this dark chapter of Indian history, the government, led by Indira Gandhi and her son Sanjay, unleashed a brutal campaign of so-called urban beautification. The tool of choice, the bulldozer. As Professor Dilip Barad puts it, the bulldozer in the novel represents the oppressive force of the state, used to destroy communities, erase identities, and enforce a brutal kind of beautification that serves political agendas rather than the people's well-being. Rushdie uses this machine to show how easily human lives can be crushed. Listen to this line from the novel, where the protagonist Salim Sinai witnesses a demolition. The Narlikar woman had moved away while bulldozers did their work. We were alone inside the dust storm, which gave us all the appearance of neglected furniture. We looked like the ghosts of ourselves. The bulldozer here doesn't just destroy homes, it erases humanity. It turns people into forgotten objects. Rushdie directly links this destruction to the political powers of the time. In another powerful scene, the state's justification is announced on a loudspeaker, a chillingly familiar sound. A loudspeaker began to blare, "Civic Beautification Program, Authorized Operation of Sanjay Youth Central Committee. This slum is a public eyesore, can no longer be tolerated." While bulldozers moved forwards into the slum, in the darkness I screamed, but there were bulldozers now, and nobody heard me yelling. This is not just demolition, it is the silencing of dissent. The noise of the machine drowns out the screams of the people. The novel goes further, showing the cold, calculated cruelty behind this beautification. The little howls of the shanty town were sleeping, sliding crazily beneath the force of the irresistible creatures, birds snapping like twigs. The city was being beautified, and if there were a few deaths, well, what of it? And an eyesore was being removed. For Rushdie's protagonist, the bulldozer also destroys memory. It swallows a silver spittoon, an object connecting him to his past. Rushdie writes, "Deprived of the last object connecting me to my more tangible, historically verifiable past, I was taken to Banaras to face the consequences. Later, the character is simply consumed by nostalgia for my bulldozed silver spittoon. This is the key. The bulldozer in the novel is a symbol of the total erasure of homes, of people, of history itself. A tool to create a clean, controlled, and obedient society. Now, hold that thought. Does any of this sound familiar?
After the house was burned down. Not a one-off. Recently, there's been a rise in demolitions. Critics say without higher notes, impossible. The government did not reply to our requests for comment, but has consistently rejected accusations of its responses.
Fast forward to the 2020s, from Uttar Pradesh to Madhya Pradesh, from Delhi to Gujarat, the bulldozer is back. But this time, it is not just a tool, it is a symbol of state power, often used against minority communities and the poor under the banner of cracking down on illegal encroachments or the properties of alleged criminals. The playbook is eerily similar to the one described by Rushdie. Take the 2022 demolitions in Delhi's Jahangirpur. As reported by the BBC, the drive continued for an hour and a half even after the Supreme Court ordered it to stop. Or look at Uttar Pradesh, where the bulldozer has become a political brand. The Indian Express reported on how these demolitions often happen without proper legal process, serving as a form of extrajudicial punishment. Residents are often given little to no notice. The Supreme Court has repeatedly questioned this practice. According to The Hindu, the court has emphasized that demolitions cannot be a retaliatory measure and that the rule of law has to be followed. Yet, the demolitions continue. The justification is always legality or removing encroachments, but the targets are often selective. The effect is the same as in Rushdie's novel. Entire communities are uprooted, lives are shattered, and a message of power is sent. It is the erasure of homes, histories, and hope. So was Salman Rushdie a prophet? No, he was a historian of the present. He saw how easily a tool of construction could become a weapon of oppression. He understood that when the state wants to beautify or cleanse, it is often the most vulnerable who pay the price. The bulldozer in Midnight's Children was a warning. It symbolized the crushing of dissent, the erasure of memory, and the silencing of screams under the roar of machinery. Today, when we see these same images on our screens, we are no longer in the realm of fiction. The line between Rushdie's literary metaphor and our political reality has become terrifyingly thin. The question is not whether a novelist could predict the future, but whether we as a society have learned anything from the past. So, this video was created as a part of the Teachers' Day 2025 celebration by the Department of English, MK Bhavnagar University. Our goal is to bridge the gap between literature and life, to show how stories can help us understand the world we live in. If you found this analysis interesting and want to test your understanding, I have created a short quiz for you. You can find the Google form link in the description below, and you will even get an e-certificate upon completion. Additionally, I have prepared a TED lesson on this topic. You can also find the link to that in the description below. Thank you for watching.